What's going on, guys? It's Greg back with some heroic expedition, and today the pets have been released. Now I know I'm a little late on this. It's already been a full reset after the patch, and that's simply because I've been very busy today. So I'm sorry I didn't get this out earlier, but let's go ahead and get into the new pets. Now, I will say I was hoping the event was going to start, but I think it's actually a day off from the usual time the event starts. I don't think it starts until tomorrow's reset, because if I go here, it's not showing up on the event board. So pets, everyone wants to know how to use them, how, who's good, who's not good, who should you get first, things like that. Well, I'm gonna go over who I'm getting first. I purposely did not watch anyone else's video today, so I don't know what they might have said. I'm gonna give you my own opinion, and based on my experience in the game and based on what I have as heroes and things like that, and just what I think. So first and foremost, let's talk about how you go to where the pets, like where you access the pets. So in your manor, you go to the top left corner, and here is that spiritual banab, whatever you call it, and we can see our 5 available pets. We have Unicute, Azure Angel, Fairy Fungus, Emerald Meowth, Flamehorn, Unicute. Oh wait, nope, oops, that was it. I got a little ahead of myself there. As you can see here, you do need shards for each of these to unlock them. You need 100 shards. We'll go over that, how you get those in a minute. Then once you unlock them, you need some upgrade material, which I'll show you that too. So they have actually tied the pets closely with the tribe and tribe activities. So if we go to the tribe now and you look at tribe hunting and look at the reward preview, you can see you actually will get pet shards from the tribe hunt. So this is where you need to make sure you do your damage, and I guess unfortunately, especially in our guild, now it's gonna be more competition. Like, I was actually not really stressing over tribe hunting. I would just do it every day. I wouldn't change any artifacts or anything like that. I would just go in and do it. Now it's kind of like people are gonna go for those top 3 spots, let's be honest. So if you don't get top 3, then I mean 4 through 20, or getting into 20 or 21 shards, it's not too big of a difference. But you really kind of want to be in the top 3. I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve that. I do not have Musashi or Genji, who are 2 of the probably bigger damage dealers for bosses. So I'm probably going to be a little short there for a while. So I'm just going to go with the flow. It is what it is. The upgrade material you can get from Mystic Exploration, and I'll just go ahead and do one of these real quick so you can see. If I fight this battle, it is a random amount, just so you know. Now I don't know, I'm guessing from maybe the bigger node you can get more, but here I just did this common node and I got 40 of these fruits, which are used to upgrade your pets, and we'll go over the stats in a second. And if you look at the reward for the weekly now, top place will get 700 of these fruit, and going down from there. So I don't know exactly how many we need, but we'll kind of talk about that. And so Mystic Exploration is going to be important. If you spent the spirit stones and got the extra battle, it's probably going to be helpful. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about that now. So that's the main way to get the materials. Now you can also go to the shop, the tribe store. We'll go to it from here. And now you will see that there is this selection chest on the store. And what you can do here is you get this selection chest for, I think it's 800. Yeah, 800. So very cheap. But it's only gonna pop up once a day. So you're gonna get, one of these a day. And as you can see here, you can pick 10 shards of the pet you want. So another way, if you don't want to refresh, which refreshing costs 500, each day you can go in here and buy 10. Most people should be able to do that. I don't know what's going to happen once you max out or unlock all 5 pets, because that's like what, 500 shards. So it shouldn't take too long for everyone to get there. I guess once you do that, I mean, of course you don't have to buy it from here, but what does that mean for the rewards? Are we just going to stack up those shards, or what? Maybe you leave them in your bag unopened. I don't know. So that is how you currently get the materials. I'm actually interested to see if the event packages this week are going to have materials in it. It might not. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. So Next we have, let's talk about these skills. So we go back to the Spirit Banab. Let's start with Unicute. Unicute, and we're going to go ahead and read the level 6 skill just to max out to kind of give a good comparison between all of these. So level 6, all allies gain damage reduction by 6% for 2 rounds. There's a 55% chance to purify one random debuff from all allies. Purified allies gain a shield equal to 8% of the average max HP of all allies in the battle for 2 rounds. Back row allies also gain bulwark for 2 rounds, which that it says while in effect negates the control effect once. So it can negate a control one time. Sounds pretty good. Let's move on to Azure Angel. This is one of the attacking ones. This says deal damage equal to 100% of the average attack of all allies in the battle to all enemies, with a 20% chance to weaken them by 7% until the end of the battle. If the target's HP is above 50%, additionally weakens them by 2% till the end of the battle. So if you think about it, that 100% of attack, I mean, it's not a whole lot, and as far as I know, like, these pets aren't gonna be able to crit and things like that. So, and they're not gonna get necessarily boosted by auras and things like that, or at least I don't think they will. So let's just say, you know, I mean, I guess your team getting boosted by the aura, hopefully it takes the attack that's in game, like once you're in the round. So if you get boosted, you know, it takes that. Now I don't know if it would take the boosted attack like from buffs and stuff, but at least from the aura it should take that. But let's just say you averaged out to like even 15k 20k attack, so you can do 20k damage. That's just not a whole lot for like just one little burst, and we'll talk about how often they can attack in a minute. So next up we have the Mushroom Spore. Level 6, there's a 50% chance to silence back row enemies for 2 rounds and reduce their healing received by 25% for 2 rounds. Meanwhile, reduces their energy by 20. I mean, this is not bad. You know, maybe some PvP usage. Well, let's not get into the usage real quick. We'll skim back in a second on that. But this is back row. I kind of wish this was more like maybe 2 random enemies or something like that. But, you know, it's going to make people think about who they put in their back row. Then we have Emerald Meowth, Vapor Mist. Level 6 heals the 3 allies with the lowest HP equal to 11% of the average max HP of all allies in the battle. If the allies HP is below 30%, heals the target HP equal to 2% of the average max HP of all allies in the battle. Meanwhile, the all back row allies gain 10% attack bonus for 2 rounds. Not terrible, but also not amazing. I mean, you average out health, you might be looking at 100. I mean, you got the tank, but then you have, if you're not running a tank, then, you know, it's probably gonna be lower. Let's just say you average out to 130k HP. This heal is only going to be like an 11k heal. So that's just not that great. It's not going to make a huge difference. And we'll talk about, you know, we'll get into like how often this is going to happen, because that makes a difference as well. Then we have level 6 on Flamehorn. Fiery Breath deals damage equal to 175% of the average attack of all allies in the battle to the enemy with the lowest HP. If the target is shielded, deals an extra true damage equal to 40% of the average attack of all allies. Before dealing damage, inflicts isolation to the target for 2 rounds. If this skill defeats the target, the ally with the highest HP, the highest attack, instantly gains 50 energy and 50 speed for 1 round. Isolation damage taken by this hero cannot be shared or transferred to other heroes. That little thing, isolation thing, is like very, very, very situational, and you actually don't even see a gust in PvP too much anymore. So, you know, that's not really gonna, I don't see that little piece of it being that useful at all in any mode. So, you know, that kind of is what it is with that. In terms of attacking, I mean, this is going to be a single target. This is probably a better one for bosses versus the other one, the other damage dealer. So, you know, keep that in mind. So before we get into use cases and things like that, let's talk about the use cases. I mean, not use cases, but the actual mechanics behind these pets. So as far as I understand it, based on information I have read from some guildies and things, and information I've looked up without looking at other people's videos, essentially how this works is you can bring in 3 pets into a battle. Your pet head gets energy based on what your heroes do. So I believe I've heard that they can trigger on turn 1, but I think most of the time they trigger on turn 2. Hopefully we can go ahead and use one in this video so you can kind of see how that works. But you know, then what happens is you have a 3-round cooldown before another pet can go. Now I don't know if the same pet can go more than once, but you can bring in 3, and after 3 rounds the next one can go, and after 3 rounds the next one can go, and so on and so forth. So I'm guessing you can get 4 or 5 triggers. I'm guessing 4 triggers in a battle for something like boss battles. I mean, that's where the multiple are going to come in most useful. But the key piece of that is you're probably going to end up building most of these pets, and they shouldn't be too difficult to build. So it's going to be more about who you use and when you use them. That's going to kind of be the strategy behind it. Not necessarily can you get them leveled up. Now I think it's going to take a little time, but overall it shouldn't be too bad, and everyone should get usage of the pets. And I believe based on what I'm seeing, they should be fairly free to play friendly. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm assuming right now. So now let's go ahead and talk about, you know, the use cases, and we'll talk about who I'm picking first. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the first pet I'm going to go ahead and unlock is going to be Unicute. The reason behind that is I believe that Unicute is an all-around good choice for for many modes in the game. And for me specifically, probably going to be PvP, because let's be realistic. In reality, in PvP, you're going to get lucky to get 1 pet trigger off, and so who's going to be the most useful? The attackers are not going to do that much in PvP. If they could crit or something like that and do some massive damage, maybe it'd be a little more helpful, but that's not going to happen. In terms of PvP, the silence is good, but it's only the back 2 enemies. And if you're using Sarah, I don't know how important the mushroom would necessarily be, but it's still an option. It's probably something I'm going to test out. And that silence though is just, you can't silence bosses, and you can't silence the little you can't silence the mini bosses, but he hits the back row and the mini bosses are always on the front row. So that is a problem. Now, I don't know if maybe the back row is dead, if he will then silence the front row. That's actually going to be something good to check out. That's how the other heroes work, so I'm assuming that's how it works. And he could come in handy there if you put him toward the end, or like maybe the second pet to trigger, and then maybe you've killed off the 2 backline enemies, and then he can actually silence the mini boss. So it might be some use cases there. So he might not be too bad. Silence is definitely a very powerful thing. But in terms of a first pet for me, that's not what I'm going to go with, and I don't feel like it's going to be that as useful in PvP. Then we have the Emerald Meowth, and the healing to me is just a little subpar. I mean, once we get into using her, maybe she's decent, and there might be a few use cases. I could see her being used maybe heavily in ruins and being useful there, just because we got so many battles to do in there. You want to keep your team alive. And then of course the last damage dealer. This is more the boss, the boss attacker. I definitely put him on my my boss fights. And I'm assuming you can't bring a pet into mirror. So I don't know, besides boss fights, really what he's going to be useful for. So that's probably the only use for Flamehorn. Emerald Meowth with the healing. I mean, you can still use her in pretty much all the modes, but I just don't feel like it's going to be as effective as maybe the Purify. The Mushroom Spore from Fairy Fungus, again, definitely going to have some use cases out there. If he can silence the front row once the back row is dead, that can also come in very handy in Adventure. Just don't see him. I don't know if he's going to be as useful in PvP, but he might be. And that might make you rethink who you have on the back line. It could be a way to, you can't guarantee that the back line is going to be silenced, but a 50% chance to silence the back row enemies is not bad at all. And then the Azure Angel, again, if you're maybe trying to do damage in Expedition, although at this point you shouldn't have any trouble with Expedition, maybe in the tower, In adventure, there's a few different modes where he can attack all the enemies, ruins, you know, so there's definitely some uses there, but you know, not top of the line. The weakness maybe helping out in adventure more than anything else. But for me, I'm going to go with Unicute because I mean the Purify can just help pretty much anywhere. Granted, there are some levels and fights that you're going to do that you don't really have too many debuffs, so it's not as big of a deal. But you also get that the shield and things like that. We'll have to see how it really works once we're getting in there. But for me, where I'm at with PvP right now, I definitely want every advantage I can get, and I feel like she's going to give the biggest advantage in PvP at this moment in time, and that's why I'm going to go with her. And you know, but still overall, I think she has uses in many different modes, and that's why I want her. Like, she can help get rid of that anti-heal in some of the boss stages and things like that, help you do more damage. So I think she's a good choice overall. At the end of the day, you need to make a personal decision on who you want to use and who you would have the most fun with. Like I said, after some time, I think everyone's gonna have all these unlocked. We'll be able to play with them all and, you know, have a good time. So I guess the next step is, while I don't really want to do this, since I am a content creator, I need to go ahead and at least unlock one of these. And the way I'm going to do that is probably just waste some gems. But before I waste my gems, let's see what I have here in my backpack. I did go ahead and buy that one chest you saw on the market earlier. But we also have reset time, and I have 21 shards from this chest. So let's just see what we get up in here. And of course we get one Unicute, so I'm gonna have to buy them all anyway. We got a few of the others. So anyway, of course that's gonna take some time. I do have some of the upgrade material too, so once we unlock her, we can see if we can upgrade her at all or what that costs. So I'm gonna go to the tribe store, and oh, this is gonna hurt so bad because I want to refresh the market. I mean, not the market, but the tavern. But here we go. So I need to do this 9 more times, or 8 more times after this one. So go to our backpack, and now I should have 10 of these chests, and I'm going to go for Unicute. So we got our 100 shards. Let's unlock Unicute. Activate. So for upgrading, what is it going to give us a full level? So I only need 80 for the first and 200k gold. I enhance. What does it do? It just brought me to. It brought me up one. Didn't even bring me up a level. What exactly does this do? So level 1. How do I know when I'm hitting level? How do I know when I'm hitting level 2? So it says my Unicute is level 2. So how much leveling do I have to do? And what's the point of the HP and attack? This is what we don't understand. So right now I only have a 30% chance to purify one random debuff from all allies instantly. Purify allies gain a shield equal to 4% of the average max HP of all allies in a battle for 2 rounds. So again, I know. So it looks like it incremented by 2. I'm gonna guess this is similar to artifacts and what's the other thing? Class, kinda. I don't know which one is gonna be. Artifacts, every 10 levels you're getting something. The ores, you're getting something every 5 levels. So I don't know which one this is gonna be. Of course, I don't have enough material to upgrade past this, so I have to wait and see. And we'll have to see how much material it's going to take to max out. There is definitely not enough information in here, I don't believe. I think I read through this earlier. And no, I don't see. And if the pet stuff is based on the characters, then, or the heroes, then what is the point of HP and attack? We do not know yet. So I have her like that. Let's just see what it's probably not the best use case here. So we have a little icon down here for the pets. We have only our Unicute Unicute. I say Unikitty. Unicute equipped. What am I looking at in terms of? I haven't been able to beat this, so I don't think it's gonna happen. So we have 0 energy. You get 5 energy from each attack. So I'm not sure what the situation is where people are saying you can get an usage off first round. So she just triggered there, and now she is on cooldown. And I do believe they all get on cooldown based on what I've heard, but I could be wrong. We did get the shield there, which was kind of helpful. And she went again, but I did not have a debuff for her to remove. I don't think she's going to get a chance to trigger. So yeah. So I kind of give you a look at how it works there. Let's see where else we can use this. Let's look at ruins. Because once I unlock some more pets, I'll probably make a bigger push in ruins. But let's see how this works for now. So this is my main ruins team for this floor 123. And again, each of my attacks gives me the 5 energy, and she triggers right after she gets full energy. So right after who is it? Sylvia did her active, she triggered. I don't think she actually did anything that time. So here she goes again. I don't see any shields. Wait, did I miss something? Let me slow down a little bit. Let's go 2 times. And she should be able to trigger. Oh, we're on the round cooldown. I'm sorry. She didn't trigger. And of course, it's over. Alright, let's go again with another slow battle. Or slower. Go 2 times speed and see what she does. See if we can get a debuff going. And I don't think we're going to have a debuff. So she's not going to be useful. I'm gonna have to wait a few rounds, and I don't think we're gonna get to those 3 rounds. So let's see. Yeah, I mean that's not gonna happen. It's actually good for my solo Sylvia, runs. Although I guess not, because it's gonna take too long for them to activate. So maybe I'm wrong about that. Alright, slow it down. See if we can get debuff here. We might be able to get a debuff from the mini boss. No, we already. Come on, man. So far, she's not even doing much. Because she actually has to remove the debuff to give the shield. What am I doing here? So yeah, we can use a pet here. I don't know what if I'm stuck here or not. I might be stuck here or not. Looks like I missed a level somewhere. Purify. I don't think they actually purified anything. So I'm not getting very good examples here. Might have to go step into the PvP. That's probably what we'll do. Let's see here. Got some debuffs. There we go. So we got Miro was purified 1 debuff, and she got the shield. Yeah, that's what I like. Okay. So I'll do that later. Honestly, guys, I've been really slacking on the tower. Not necessarily too worried about it. I don't put too much effort into it right now. So let's see. So if I get stuck on a level, I'm just stuck there. So where are we at? Alright, we're currently in the top rank, but let's go with this. Could be a tough battle. So let me just go ahead and quickly say that the meta on at least our server is Meryl plus Sarah. And right now there are people really competing for the Meryl speed. And I'm not necessarily top speed right now, but I'm pretty high up there. But right now my Meryl just on her has 273 speed. I did have to roll one of my artifact attributes to speed. Probably gonna end up having to roll the other one depending on what people decide to do. But my team is still pretty strong. I actually have pretty good RNG even if someone else's Meryl goes off first. I still need to build up my Sarah's control rate as well. But let's see if we can, you know, see some usage out of this. Now, Sage has come close to beating me a couple times, so you never know how this is going to go. This is a mirror team, of course. And let's see. All right, we're on 2 times, so we're going to leave it on 2 times and see if he has a... I wonder if he's got a pet yet. All right. So we got plenty of debuffs. I want to see if we can trigger that and get those shields. Oop. Come on. There we go. So I got the shield. And there we go. So that's kind of what I was hoping for in terms of the usage, especially in PvP. So let's find us another battle and see how it goes again. So it does look like the chance is maybe on each hero, and I think I did read, is it not triggering the removal of the burn debuff? Let's see. I can't tell. I don't know what actually got. No, I think I did remove a burn. Yeah, it removed the burn. So yeah, it definitely works on the burn. Because Matthew only had 2 burns when the other ones had 3. So there we go. She is working as intended. And I am pretty happy so far. Reaper is definitely the one over here making me have to keep my speed up, and as you can see, he is currently beating me in speed. So I don't know if I necessarily want to test out on him, although he would be a good test. I'll have to see if he tries to attack me and if he already has a pet, but I don't think I'm going to take the chance of attacking him right now. Let's go for another attack on Sage. And see what we can do here. Wait, okay, I'm gonna do this a little bit slower. Let's see what Unicute does. So there we go. We need one more attack to trigger her. There we go. And so we got 3 shields. So we only removed the debuff from those 3. But that's fine. Got a nice heal from Matthew there, which is what we like to see. So either way, I mean, she's definitely boosting my team, and those debuff removals are helping. Whether it's a whole lot, because I mean, Margaret stacks upon stacks, but so 1 stack is, I mean, you know, removing 1. Honestly, it's still helpful because I mean, we're talking like 20k plus damage from that 1 debuff. So I appreciate it. I didn't pay attention if I removed any silences there or in any of those battles, but you know, I would assume it can remove a silence. I'm gonna go ahead and go for Sage one more time. I'll try to find someone else to fight. As you can see there, my Meryl is really fast, and she does that to trigger. And as you can see, I got the lucky silence on their Meryl and their Sarah, which, you know, just helps me out tremendously. So when Meryl does her attack, we'll get the trigger on the pet. Boom. Oh, okay, so we only triggered on Sylvia, Meryl, and Sarah, but that's cool. It removed a burn stack from those 2. So I'm telling you, I'm happy with my choice so far. And like I said, we should be able to unlock all of them quite quickly. Even though, you know, you shouldn't have to put any money into the game. I really hate to attack Sage one more time. Do I take the chance on Reaper is the question. All right, where's his rank right now? So he's 1507. If I lose to him, it's gonna take a good chunk. His default speed is 283. I think mine is only what, 273. So he's definitely gonna attack before me. So we could see. I don't know if he has the pet yet. It's just too risky, man. Reaper, you kind of scare me a little bit. You know what? For the content, let's just do it so y'all can see these two strong, similar teams go against each other. Sometimes it comes down to just simply RNG. Oh wait, how am I still faster? I do not know. Okay. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. But my Meryl is stunned. So who's gonna attack to bring out Unicute? It should be, well, never mind. The battle's gonna be over. Unicute couldn't even come out. Sylvia attacked and finished that battle. I don't know how my speed. Let me see if I can do playback. All right. So what was his speed? 283. So he had 15 more speed from. Oh. All right, Reaper. I probably shouldn't be showing you this, but I'm sure you can figure it out anyway. But I'm pretty sure he's getting 15 speed from the altar, and I'm currently getting 25. So we have the same speed right now. So yeah, that's interesting. So I don't know how. Maybe the attacker is who gets to attack first. If you have the same speed, I'm guessing that's how it works, unless it is a flip of a coin. So either way, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. It's getting kind of long, so I apologize. If you sat through it, you know, I tried to give a good overview of all the pets and show you the one I bought in action. As you can see there, that PvP is definitely where I was hoping it would shine, and it is. Unicute is definitely good in PvP, especially, you know, as early as she gets the trigger, she can really help with those debuffs and maybe getting the silence off or getting one of those Margaret stacks off to help you survive a little bit longer. I didn't actually get to see if Reaper had a pet yet. So that, I mean, that can make a difference too when he gets his pet. I guess actually I think I killed him too fast, so the pet wasn't even able to trigger. That is the issue with PvP. Some of these fights are really fast and you can't even get the pet to trigger. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover. I think that covers all the basics on pets. Let me know down in the comments who you end up choosing to go with first, and just what you think in general about the change. What do you think about them tying it so closely to tribes? Do you agree with it, disagree with it? I honestly, I like the flow. I like how it went. I'm glad that the pets aren't necessarily overpowered, although it would have been nice to be able to do some progression with them. But like, if you look at something like Idle Heroes, to me those pets are maybe a little bit more overpowered. They can do quite a bit, even if you have a low team. So that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, comment down below on what you're choosing. Put a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.